I mean, who cares about Worlds anyways? How many times have these randoms in RNG won LCS? 0. 100 Thieves, 1 title. Royal never give up. More like Royal never get any LCS trophies. Boom.
Whoa.
Got him. Cope in a healthy way, boys. Look at the bright side. We are glass half full kind of people over here. I think the discussion about like why, like, you know, what's even the point and like why are we even trying? It's just so terrible.
Why is who trying it, eh?
Yeah, it's like, of course you're going to keep trying because at the end of the day, everyone loves competition and it's a dream to be able to even play at Worlds, even to just get your face caved in by the better teams. It's like, actually, that's the whole point of competition, like to play against strong opponents and like learn and get better, get fucked, get farmed for Reddit karma, get beamed on by a bunch of edgy commentators on Twitch.
Yeah, but what about spending millions of dollars?
Oh yeah, spending a fuck ton of money. I mean, I think the bubble is collapsing, right? Like, I don't think that there's gonna be like crazy high overpaid salaries anymore. But I mean, esports is a business. It's an entertainment business. That's all it is. What they're selling is like the contracts are sustained by the amount of sponsorships that they can sell off of it. I think the fact that NA does really poorly at Worlds does contribute to the decline in league fans in America, which will contribute to the decline of high salaries, right? Like eventually it will probably reach a point where if NA just, we're 12 years in, but if it continues to get worse and worse and worse, and league just becomes like less and less popular for a multitude of reasons, including that, then yeah, there won't be that many millions to go around.
You would think so, but then it just somehow has been going up every year.
I don't think it's going up anymore. I think the bubble has already bursted.
I mean, Perks was legit just last year.
Yeah, that's true.
But,
that's true. Perks and
dropped, but...
and Sword Art was the year before that. So, but last year there was like a little bit of hopium with C9 making it out of groups. I'm trying to think. The year before that, I don't think any NA team made it out of groups.
2020?
Yeah, I don't think anyone did. FlyQuest, TSM, and
TL.
Yeah, no one made it out. Yeah, the TL this year definitely finished bursting the bubble. I think there's a difference between paying 7 million to show your face at Worlds and then lose versus paying 7 million to not even make it to Worlds, let alone win LCS.
I mean, I just think it's weird. Like 2018, even 2017, like we were actually progressing in terms of results, but then now it's like reversing.
Yeah, it's tough.
Literally, I almost beat WE in the best of 5. Like, we were actually so fucking close. 2017.
Yeah, I mean, you've made it insanely far.
Yeah, and then we beat fucking Africa, Rio, smashed them asses. 2019, didn't make it out of the groups because couldn't beat G2 or fucking Griffin.
I think you need certain teams to elevate the region, and in NA, I mean, in every single region, the rosters get shuffled around a lot, but like, in my opinion, without G2, I don't think Europe is nearly as strong as they are today.
Like, without them existing before?
Yep. Those like 2 to 3 years of G2 just having crazy international results and just fucking just being insane, and like Perks roll swap 80 carry and then made all the way MSI champions going to Worlds. And I think, was that the year that they made it to finals, or was it the year before? Like Fnatic too. Yeah, I mean, but I don't know.
That was the year, because 2018 Fnatic was in finals.
Yeah, I mean, I think, oh, fine. Maybe I'm not giving enough credit to Fnatic, but like, I think like those two teams they're just too fucking good. And everyone who watched them play and everyone who played against them had like so much to get out of it. I feel like for a while in LCS, it was like, it was like C9, my team, either TL or TSM. And then I don't know, the third team was always
whatever team I'm on at the time is just kind of like the best.
No, but like it was like back and forth. Like it was there were like good teams at the top that were actually just like solid from top to bottom. Like they were just fucking good. I can't really say that about LCS right now. Our best team, I guess, is EG.
Seemingly, yeah.
Their top side is really strong. that's all. That's it.
I guess the weird thing too is like, it's okay to lose and have like, bad showings, but when it's like consistent across the whole region, it gets real fucking weird. Because normally it's like
Fine to lose and have bad showings as long as you have fun.
No, like at least one team is usually doing well in some form from an A, right? But all three are just getting pooed on, getting dumpy. Then it's just like, okay, well, like,
well, every team has a huge glaring weakness to them. It's
like the three right now, you mean?
Yeah, there are no solid teams that we've sent. Like TL almost made Worlds. They were a dumpster fire of a team. I think LCS. I actually didn't want to be the super edgy like outsider. Like, oh, what are they talking about? Salty lose, but like. There was some interviews where people are saying like LCS is the most competitive it's ever been. It's like the best form it's ever been. I think Blabber said it and a couple others said it in an interview. I was like, are you fucking coping, bro? Like, there's no universe that's true.
I remember some quote about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even when EG with Danny was popping off, like everyone was really hype on them, and it's like Danny cannot lane. Like, do we not like? Do we just not value laning phase anymore? Like, we think that not being able to play lane is like an acceptable fucking weakness a team has, like an AD carry has. Like, yeah, damn, our standards are shut up. Whoa. Sneaky actually held it down in lane against the best in the world. Like that's the thing. Like we're just watching these games, and like the laning skill difference is so big that there will just be like counter pick fudge fucking against Aatrox, and he's down 30 at 10 minutes. It's just, I don't know. Like in other years that just wouldn't happen. Like, can we just like survive out of early game, not just like fucking try to limp across?
I mean, it's also partially like, if you're gonna get shit on lane, you have to make up for it somewhere else. But that really hasn't been the case.
Define getting shit on, because I don't think no matter how good you are, you're going to out team fight the best in the world. These are the top 16 teams in the whole world.
It's not necessarily out team fight. It's more like outplay them in other ways, like, being in spots they don't expect, being in just good positions, holding your ground, like those types of things, like just good gameplay, not necessarily winning a team fight. Because I mean, they might just be too good for team fights, and you can avoid those in some way. I mean, like, Dragons,
winning without team fighting, I feel like that's never been a real strat.
No, but like you get picks before a team fight. You make the team fights really awkward for them.
Yeah.
You hold choke points.
Yeah.
Like you hold advantage situations for your team, and you don't give them up.
I would say the number one thing that is lacking from the NA teams of the world right now, that is just so obvious to see, is we can't lane. Our bot lanes are just getting run over. Every single game I'm watching the LCS bot lanes sit under their turret, screaming for dear life. Like, they either forgot how to lane by losing too many scrims, or they just don't know the matchup, don't have the right champion pools. Like, I don't know what it is.
And they just needs to play cheesy ass champs who can like break the rules of the game, like champs that are hard to punish in lane, just the easy shit, and then just try to. But that's MF. Yeah, I think MF's good for it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I saw the games where like we are picking MF, Berserker or FBI is like playing MF, and like the champ is a crutch. She's so bad outside of lane, but you pick her because you have no confidence in your laning. I think like the best analog for it is like, there's like a difference between when I see LCS teams picking MF and then I see Rogue picking Kalista. Because like when Rogue picks Kalista, the enemy bot lane cannot breathe. But when we pick MF, it's like we're up 10 CS. They're both like lane dominant champs that fall off later, but it's just weird. I think early game always is like the biggest slap in the face.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard to get around. Like, I don't feel like, I don't want to repeat it every conversation, but like the player base size and the ping for solo queue, I think are like really things that like there's no workaround. Like, you're just like, how do you get better at laning phase? Like in Korea, you have fucking so many good players. Everyone's playing on 0 ping. Like, you learn the game correctly, and then you come here and it's like, yeah, not that.
I think that there is actually some serious value in like just having a couple teams that elevate everyone else. Like, I think when there's
isn't the best team always doing that? When is the best team ever?
Well,
not
the best team in NA for the last year kind of has been EG. I don't think their bot lane has been teaching anyone anything about early game. I'm just talking bot lane's perspective. I mean, I'm sure Jojo has been teaching people about mid or helping them improve.
What I'm hearing is that we need double lift. I don't know.
Shut up.
Dude.
What?
Finally, someone says it.
Why does everyone always tell me to shut up, dude?
Dude, come on.
Stop
That's
talking.
so triggering. Meteos does not want to be silenced, okay? Soraka E.
Let me have a voice. Let me shitpost.
Sure, man. Sure. Whatever, dude.
Yeah, actually, one thing I will give Jojo credit for is his lane is really strong. He's been holding it down. Like, he's playing pretty well for the first 10, 15 minutes. I mean, obviously, it's fun to fucking knock the cocky kid down a peg, but he is not a liability early game at all. I think we need to send Tyler one with helicopter support. That's a good point. They wouldn't know what hit him. Draven Alistar or Rammus.